Started.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Bennick. I'm the middle school social studies teacher. And for the last couple weeks, my 8th grade has been working very hard on creating a Black History Month museum for our students. So each student picked a topic and they created some artifacts on their topic, and they're focusing on 3 people. So I will let Noah and Matthew start us off, and then you will be able to see all of our work.
Today we did the history of Black pop stars. And first up, everybody should know Michael Jackson. He was pretty famous. He won 13 Grammys, and his nickname is King of Pop. And then we have Coco Jones. She's a new singer, and she just got the Best New Singer award and first-time Grammy winner in 2023.
And there was Tommy Edwards, who was one of the first people to use pop as a genre. And he had his own radio show that would air twice a week. And then our artifact is a Michael Jackson CD.
Jim Brown was born in St. Simon, Georgia on February 17, 1936. He played baseball, basketball, and ran track. He was the first Black African American to have over 10,000 rushing yards. Leading him to the best running back in NFL. Jim Brown was a 6th-round pick in 1957. Got drafted in the Cleveland Browns. Number 32. C.J. Stroud was born October 3rd, 2001. He had the finest quarterback seasons ever, had over 4,000 passing yards. Ray Lewis got so famous he played in 12 Pro Bowls. He was 2 times Defensive Player of the Year. He also won 2 Super Bowl titles with the Ravens.
Earl Lloyd was known to be the first African American to play in the NBA game. He was 21 when he started. He helped West Virginia State to an undefeated season. LeBron James was born in Aiken, Ohio. He was born December 30th, 1984. He grew up to have a very poor and rough childhood. He won 3 NBA championships and 4 NBA MVP awards. Stephen Curry was born on March 14th, 1988. He grew up in Charlottetown. He led the Golden State Warriors to the NBA championships.
We did African American baseball players. The pioneer is Jackie Robinson, and he was born in Georgia in 1919. He moved to California with his mother, and he was the first ever African American to play in the Major League Baseball. He was placed in the Hall of Fame in 1962 and died on October 24th, 1972.
This is the up-and-coming Kumar Rocker. He was a professional baseball pitcher for the Texas Rangers, and he graduated his freshman season with a 12-5 record in baseball. This is the inspiration, Frank Thomas. He was born and raised in Columbus, Georgia, and attended Columbus High School. He had about at least 100 walks, 100 runs, 100 runs battled, and 20 home runs on the baseball field. And we have some facts. Only about 6% of the players in the MLB are African American. They didn't let African Americans play in the MLB until 1947. And out of 310 people in the Baseball Hall of Fame, only 23 are considered African American.
So we did African American actors. So one of our up and coming, Caleb McLaughlin, he played Lucas in Stranger Things, and he also played young Simba in the Broadway musical The Lion King. You can see Jordan Fisher.
This is Jordan Fisher. He was the first Black actor to play Evan Hansen in the popular Broadway musical Dear Evan Hansen. This represents the cast that he wore. And this is Stephen Fetchit, the first ever Black actor to start being in movies and stuff.
And then Tyler Perry, the inspiration. He played Medea, he wrote Medea, and he also wrote like many shows like Young Sheldon and stuff like that. I mean Young Dylan, stuff like that.
Hi, so I picked art in some more non-traditional forms. This here is Carol Walker. Her father, Larry Walker, was a professor and artist, and her mother was an administrative assistant. She graduated Atlanta College of Art with a bachelor's degree, and Rhode Island School of Design with a master's degree. She makes silhouette art representing prejudice and stuff similar in the South. It's one of her most famous works here. She is currently 54. This here is Muhammad Ignati. He was born January 26th. He is a Nigerian digital artist and YouTuber with roughly 50 subscribers. He took an interest in art at a young age, with like cartoons and comics. He still creates content to this day of stuff going on in the community, art advice, and tutorials. And Edmonia Lewis is right here. This is one of her most famous works, The Death of Cleopatra. She was born July 4th, 1844 in upstate New York. Both her parents passed away when she was 5. She moved to Niagara Falls, New York with other members of her family. She went to Oberlin College to pursue a higher education, but she experienced prejudice and racism because of that. She eventually left the college, and it's unclear if she was forced to or if she left by choice. She did not get a degree. She decided she wanted to follow in her mother's footsteps by being an artist, and she moved to Europe to create sculptures, and she went back and forth from Europe, from the USA, to sell her sculptures for money to supply her work. Eventually, she passed away September 17th, 1907 in London. This here is a digital sketchpad to represent Muhammad Ignati's first digital sketchpad. And
so this is Black Singers. I have the pioneer George W. Johnson. He had a hard childhood, but he was the first Black person to sing and record commercially. And then he also was the first Black person to appear on the pop chart. And then we have Alicia Keys. She's the inspiration, the famous one. She was an American singer, songwriter, pianist, and actress. She's been playing the piano since she was 7 and been performing since she was 4. And then I have Samara J. McClendon. She's an American jazz singer. She's won 2 Grammys, one for the Best Jazz Vocal Album at the premiere ceremony. And I have my artifact, which was George Johnson's first brown wax cylinder, and it played the Laughing Song, which is his famous song.
For my poster, I did African American painters. The pioneer I chose was Henry Ossawa Tanner, and he was the first African American painter to gain international acclaim. For the inspiration, I did Charles Alston, and he was very active in the Harlem Renaissance and made murals at Harlem Hospital. And for the up and coming, I did Mama Sasibo, and he's self-taught visual artist. And my artifact is Henry Ossawa Tanner's easel.
I did African American poets. I did Phyllis Wheatley. She was the first African American poet to publish her poem book. And then I did Morgan Parker, and I did Langston Hughes. And then I made the Phyllis Wheatley's poem book. And yeah.
So thank you for taking the time to watch our video. I want to thank my 8th graders for dedicating themselves so well to this project for the last couple weeks. They worked very, very hard, and it's nice to see it all come together after seeing it in little bits and pieces. And I hope that you learned a few things from our museum. Thank you.